one of the craziest things you can do is take a shit in the weirdest, like most just like worst spots ever. You know what I mean? And taking a shit can really like make or break your life. You know what I mean? You take a shit on your boss's car, you're probably gonna get fired. You take a shit in the wrong toilet and you what's it called clog that shit, you're probably not getting a second date. You really stink up the bathroom at a Walmart, nobody's surprised. It's Walmart. But somebody took a shit on top of a lotion bottle with the brand name literally very visible and posted it on TikTok. And now this, I don't know how badly the company is doing, but now people feel gross using that lotion brand because somebody took a shit on it. And that sounds like something off of like just like one of those really weird stories you read off of like, just on the internet or something like an AI generated story. But no, I am being so for real. Literally, this company, I'm pretty sure, has been doing really badly on sales or even doing great on sales because it's a trend to wash your bottles of lotion before you use them. And it's so fucking funny because it's like, what the actual fuck? And I just found it really silly. Only because like I was curious and like there were people running their EOS lotion under sinks. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? I'm naturally curious. And so I opened up, the TikTok search bar and I looked it up. And most of the time when you look up anything on TikTok, literally almost anything, you will always like find some sentiment. Not even sentiment. You will eventually find some girl shaking their ass. That's what you find on TikTok search bars. I'm sorry to say it, and I'm sorry to feed the bad guy here, to feed you like all this bad news, but that is just what happens, and it's really awkward. So sometimes when I look stuff up, I assume there's gonna be some like chick shaking their ass, but no, this time it was so much worse because I was like, why are people putting their lotion underwater? And I didn't find the answer. I really didn't find the answer. Instead, I found that a picture of someone shitting on top of an EOS bottle, and that got me like going. So are people just doing this because they find EOS lotion gross now because it's this and that, blah blah, and it's funny because I can't even get a straight answer to what the fuck is going on, and I find that so hilarious because it's like a matter of like there's no fucking way that just how this thing is just like happening while this trend is happening, because apparently the trend's happening because like there's this song by Biba Doobie called Apple Cider, and they're washing it under that to the audio on TikTok, and it's like whatever. But it's just funny how that people wondering that leads to them seeing shit on top of an EOS bottle. And then I was like, okay, so maybe that's why. But and then that led me out to another rabbit hole, the rabbit hole of EOS lip balm, and how EOS lip balm actually does grow mold inside of it. And it's so funny because like the reason why it does that is because it has zero preservatives, because it's all natural, because it sticks to its word. And I love that because being healthy and not using any preservatives leads to your stuff going out so much sooner than everything else. And so now, thanks to that being the case, your lip balm from EOS grows mold so much faster. And you know what? Let me show you a picture. So apparently, this is a very very common thing to be happening to a lot of people, because from a lot of these comments, I can imagine that like I can from these comments I can see that people are genuinely like how to say this, confused and thinking this was just dirt and like nothing else to what's it called to worry about. But yeah, no, it's like I said, it's not a thing that happens to everybody, but it's definitely happened to a few people, and it's like the funniest thing ever how it just leads down this crazy rabbit hole. And overall, I think maybe not the EOS lip balm, but like the lotion trend that's happening, either because it's the shit, because it's song, or anything else, is just making the company go up in stock because people obviously will do whatever they want for clout. And it's even gone to the point where these things are literally in cages at Walmarts and Targets. Like, what the fuck? This video that I saw was the only thing I could find about it being in like what's called in cages in stores. And obviously it could be in cages for other reasons, or it could be like it could be your store, it could be my store, it could be just like individual stores because a lot of people are stealing it specifically the most in your area, which could very well be the case. But it's just a matter of the fact how it's just like randomly convenient at the time that I'm just seeing it right now. And overall, it's just crazy. It's not every day you see a literal piece of shit on top of a lotion bottle on TikTok, and it's not every day that coincidentally like a TikTok trend. It's not fully trending, but a TikTok like thing that wants to trend leads to a rabbit hole of just that, if that makes sense. And it's not every day that coincidentally leads to people finding out that your lip balm can have black mold in it if you're not careful, because EOS lip balm has like no preservatives in it. So, be careful out there. You never know what you're gonna find when you're going down these like really small, really weird rabbit holes. And overall, this like video is a video about literally nothing, just stuff that I found on the internet that I found entertaining, and it doesn't matter, but it's just goofy to me. And like, I mean, as always, just take care. Bye.